Well, hello to all our viewers and welcome to the premiere episode of Showtime. It's a show to highlight the journey, efforts and achievements of people and communities from Northeast India and beyond to the world. Well, we are committed to present storytellers we reckon are shaking things up in ways that inspire and reflect the pulse of the region. Well, this week we dwell on inclusivity to disrupt and tarnish stereotypes. Meet my guests. First runners-up of MTV Supermodel of the Year 2021, Eksha Hangma Suba. The first openly gay Indian actor to win a National Film Award is in the house. And meet the dashing lad and style icon who has flipped conventions to follow his heart's desire. Now, my first guest is a working police officer, a boxer, a biker, a supermodel, and above all, an inspiration to many. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Sikkim's brave and beautiful Eksha Hangma Suba. All right, well, Eksha, welcome to Showtime.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. It's a pleasure for me to, share my experience with you all. Thank you so much.
So, Eksha, you are a police officer by profession. Combat sport is not new to you. And of course, you are a supermodel. Now, how does one juggle with all of that?
Okay, yes, I am a cop. I am, you know, I work for Sikkim Police Department and I'm a model too. And it's very hard for me to balance this thing because, I'm from a very different field. It's a defense field where you get very less holidays and it's a discipline force. But I have to give a try, and still I'm trying to balance both my sides because I cannot leave my profession, neither I can leave my dream. That I will never ever going to do that. So yes, it's very difficult for me because I have to travel back to Mumbai to do any kind of projects which I am doing right now also. So I have to fly to Mumbai and then again back to city and then again back to your duty. It's very difficult, but I'm enjoying a lot because this is what I want. I really want to do.
Now, the eldest sibling and the sole breadwinner. Tell us a little bit about yourself growing up.
So yes, I was born and brought up in West Sikkim, Sombaia, and my father is a farmer and my mother is a proud housewife, housemaker. So yeah, and from when I was kid, I was very active in sports, events, and all. So I was an athlete, I was a runner, and my dad once told me that, Iksha, why you don't join the boxing class just for your stamina to build up your stamina? So it will help me through my sports events and all. So I was very active in on those days, in school days and all. And I said, okay, fine. Why don't I give a try? So yes, I went to boxing classes, and then I just went for the like building of my stamina. But I didn't knew how fast I learned, and I was so much, addicted towards boxing. I love started. That's why I started like my boxing career. And then in between, I was like, okay, I went there for building up my stamina, but now I'm a professional boxer. So that was the reason that I continued playing and I became a national boxer. I represented my state twice in Manipur and in Madhya Pradesh. Though I couldn't win, but that was a winning point for me because I've represented my state. So yes, from then onwards, I was very much into boxing field. And when I came to Gangtok for my further studies. And from then onwards, a turning point came in my life where I joined, where I participated in Miss Sikkim in 2018. That is a turning point for my life. So everything was very crystal clear that what I want and what I don't. Since then, I'm like pretty much clear that yes, I am into modeling.
So, when did you decide to take part in the competition and what made you take that decision?
Since I was a child, I saw a reality show in TV, and that was India's Next Top Model, and I so wanted, desperately wanted to be the part of this. So I don't know why, but I used to tell my mother that someday. like, Mama, you'll see me in this reality show. And she used to laugh at me and say, okay, chalo, dekhte hai. So I was like, since then, I always wanted to be the part of the show. Like, I had no idea, what I have to do, where I have to go, how should I apply for an audition, what should I do, how should I groom myself. I know nothing about it. So yes, as I told you before, that my turning point of my life was in 2018 when I participated in Mexico. And slowly I came to know and explore about modeling field and this glamorous field I came to know. And slowly, yeah, that was that was the starting point. That was the stepping stone for me in this field. And I don't regret now. I feel very proud of myself that I did it. So once I was on duty, and I was planning to like give an audition before, only before this year in 2020, but I couldn't because I was in my training sessions and it was for around 14 months. So I felt that maybe this is the end of my modeling career, but it was not. I was wrong. And I proved to myself that, yeah, you can do this. So once a fine day, I was when I met, I was in with my colleagues in duty. So I saw an audition in booth. So so I was like, oh God, what should I do now? And I asked my friends, I told them that I always wanted to be in the show, and they said that okay, why don't you give a try? So I randomly went on the link, boot up, and I gave my audition. I was on duty. I still remember in the corner of that hall, I told my friend to catch hold my phone, and I just gave my audition in my police uniform. So that and luckily, I got very good and quick response by the production team from MTV. So that was the starting point when I got into this MTV Supermodel of the Year.
Now, for how long were you away from home in Mumbai for the shoot? And tell us a little bit about that journey.
For this competition, MTV Supermodel of the Year, I fly to Mumbai on, I guess, on August, and most probably around 28 to 1 month 28 days, like around maybe 1 month, like we completed our journey for this MTV Supermodel of the Year. So I had a very, very good, it was a wonderful experience for me. It was not only about competition, but it was about friendship, especially. I met Rosni, I met Muna, I met Diksha. We are still in contact, we are still in touch with each other. And yes, they are very good friends of mine, which I can count on them blindly. So, I still remember I was having a panic attack kind of thing because, that was the first time for me to do any kind of TV commercials in front of the big camera and big stage. So it was very difficult for me. I was very nervous. I was very nervous. I still remember the day. And yeah, Muna gave me some kind of tips to, how to do your natural acting, how to act in front of the camera and not to look nervous. Yeah, Roshni was there for me. In fact, Diksha was also there for me, and we had a very nice bond with each other. Since then until now, also we are in touch. So it was a very beautiful journey. Like I never expected that I'll be living my dreams. That finally I was living my dreams. So I don't want to miss a chance to animate or something. So I gave my best. I was not scared of the task and all because heights and all because I've done that before in my training stations. So I just was scared of my facial expressions as I am very stiff because of my training maybe. So yes, it was a wonderful journey. Like I'll always remember and I'll always share.
Now, were you at all starstruck when you first met the judges? I mean, come on, it's Malaika, it's Milind Soman, and Anusha Dandekar for crying out loud.
To be very honest, like the day I still remember, which I don't want to remember at all, because the first very day of a meet and greet session of our first episode for Supermodel, I was so nervous. Literally, I forgot my age. They asked me what's your age, and like literally, I forgot my age. I was so nervous. I was shivering. I still remember, sweat underneath my put in that heels and I was shivering. Thank God I had long dress to wear, so it was not visible. But I was so nervous because like that is my dream that I was always dreaming about since past 5 6 years. So yeah, for anybody, for any person, for any human being, going out there and living the dream in in such a short span of time. I was not expecting that. So that gave me, it still gives me goosebumps when I think about all those things. I was dumbstruck, like I was so nervous. I couldn't hear, I couldn't speak, I couldn't, communicate with the judges. But slowly, as you know, that, Malaika ma'am is so good. She's so jolly kind of person. Anushka ma'am, Milan sir, they make me comfortable and they gave me the situation. They are babes. So I have to act like, normally how do I act and how do I treat with other criminals. So yes, I tried to, but they made fun of me because they said that I was very much soft. So yeah, slowly I was very comfortable with them and later I was very, very comfortable. So I was able to perform good because of them also. And I was not expecting them to give me an standing ovation with the salute for all the people, not only me, but all the people, frontline workers from all over India. So that made me very emotional. And I still remember I cried. I started weeping because it was very emotional and I couldn't take it at that point. So yeah, it was very comfortable since then.
And a big platform like that can be daunting, to say the least. How did you gather confidence and strike a balance between staying grounded and not being overconfident, perhaps?
So I have told you already before that I was very nervous. So overconfident होने का तो बात ही नहीं आता था. So ऊपर से everyone was so professional in it. Everyone were working with agencies. Some have worked with Katrina Kaif, and some have already worked in Lakme Fashion Week. Some have worked with so many photographers, famous, somewhere print models, somewhere runway models. I was the only one who had a very raw kind of background. He's from the civil force. He's very stiff. He's from the civil defense, discipline force. Yeah. So I guess that was the thing that made me very much grounded and not overconfident. Because I knew that I'm stiff, and I knew that I will not give up because just because they are professional, I'm not going to do that. In between, yes, I felt that, oh God, everyone is so much, good looking. Everyone is so much professional at this thing. I felt like, but somewhere deep inside, I told myself that, Iksha, you have come here not just to be scared of these people and the jazz and the, confident, how confident they are. You are here to live your dream. So yeah, I told these things to myself that no matter what, just live your dream and just enjoy the whatever task, process, the journey. So that was the thing that I kept in my mind all the time, from like from the day one till the day of the final. So that was the thing that made me very much calm. That gave me confidence. That again boosted my spirit, that boosted my confidence level. So yeah, that was the thing. And I'd like to thank myself. In fact, Akshay, you did a great job. You have you have built a confidence level. So that's why I'm here and speaking in front of you. And yeah, that was the thing.
And what's the most memorable part of the journey, and what are the few takeaways from it all?
Everything and every lessons that I've learned from VTAGs, maybe from friendship, maybe from the hard work that we have done out there. I still remember we could barely sleep for around maybe 4 5 hours because of our shoots. We had back-to-back shoots, so that gave me very kind of glamorous kind of feeling. So somewhere I felt that okay, I am living my fame and this glamour filled life. So yeah, and friends, they are very much supportive. I never expected that my competitors will be such good to me, and I never expected that I'll be going beyond Sikkim and I'll be meeting friends from all over the states of India. So yeah, I have learned like how friendship works. I have learned how to give my expression even if they are levitating that 15 feet tall.
What are you currently working on? What's next for Iksha Hangma Suba?
So yes, what's next for Eksha? Now I'm going to apply for my further, you know, examinations for this Sikkim Police Department, and also I will be doing like few of the projects that I will get in my future. Like I have recently done one project. I flight back to Mumbai and I completed that project. Uh, so yes, even I'm planning for like if I get a chance, so I'm planning for Asia's Next Top Model. So yeah, I'm preparing myself. I'm trying to groom myself as much as I can. Like though I have a very hectic schedule nowadays, so but still my senior officers and my GD people, they are very much supportive in this field. Uh, that I never expected, as I've told you before. So yeah, I'm planning for it's a top model if I have to talk about my modeling field. And also I'll be doing some kind of projects that I'll get in my future. And also if I get a chance in movies, like any role, then I'll be doing that kind of things. And also, yes, I'm preparing for my further, like for examination for SI. So let's see what happens. But I'm trying to balance both sides because, I cannot leave my profession and obviously I will not able, sorry, obviously I will not ever gonna lose myself, you know, in the rush that where you have to, people out here they want me to, get into only one field. So they want me to rush in that field only. So I don't think that I'll be able to do that because I cannot leave dreaming about my modeling field. I cannot leave leaving my profession, which I'm very proud that I'm a cop. So yeah, I get lots of hate comments too regarding these things. They say that though what was that one now me do now me agar do pay rakhoge so you'll just tear up and all these things. But you know what? Until and unless you enjoy doing things, to me ऐसा नहीं होगा. You won't go through all those things if you start enjoying what you do. If you start enjoying like even if you start enjoying a struggle, your hard work, so these things are not never going to happen with you. So yeah, I'm going to do both, and I've planned for both fields. I have thought about something in both the fields. Yeah, so I have planned.
And before I let you go, what message do you have for other girls from the region aspiring to get to where you are?
So, yes, the message that I want to tell to each and every human being out there who is listening to me, who's watching me, and I have mentioned these things already in my previous, most of the interviews also, that I've seen people hard work, I've seen people struggling, not only women, I've seen all the people like men and other genders struggling in their life. I want to tell them that, please don't keep yourself within the boundaries. Just explore, just try to explore. Don't think about your don't think about the consequences that what you are going to face if you do this kind of step. If you do this step, then you get to know. So whatever the consequences is, you just try to accept in the way that is, because life is a learning process. Even if it's mistake, it's a learning process. Even I've done lots of mistakes, and that was a learning process for me. So learning never ends in life. So yes, I want to tell them that. And I'm getting a lot of messages from, like, especially from younger teenagers and kids, that saying that they want to be a cop like me and also a model. Oh God, that gave me goosebumps. That really, that shakes me from inside, that someone is getting so much inspired by me. And as always, I was not expecting that. So yes, I want to tell them that you can do anything you want. It's just that you have to believe, you have to work hard, you have to stick in what you have dreamed or what you have, like, you have thought about. You have to stick with that. So yeah, just believe and just work hard and never stop dreaming. Please never do that. And yeah, just don't stay within the limits. Don't stay within boundaries. Because I've seen lots of people just try to explore yourself and your dreams too. So stay strong. And yes, you can do it. Everybody can do it. Like I did it, even you can do it. Everybody can do it. Especially women, okay? You're strong.
Well, Iksha, what a pleasure to have you on the show. You are indeed a superwoman. Thank you and take care. All right, let's take a very short break here on the show. We will return with the protagonist of the Assamese film, Jonaki Porua, who is making news for all the right reasons. Don't miss it. Welcome back, viewers. Now, my next guest won the Special Jury Mention Award at the 67th National Film Awards for his role in the Assamese film Jonaki Porua or Fireflies. Well, I'm talking about Benjamin Doimuri. I caught up with him for a quick chat. Let's take a look. Benjamin, first of all, welcome to Showtime.
Thank you so much for having me.
First openly gay male actor, Indian male actor, I should say, to win a national award. Have you somehow managed to let those words sink in?
I don't believe in labels, but if people are calling me as a first Indian gay actor who won a national award, and if that particular sentence make people come out from their comfort zone, to the real world, to the LGBT community.
Exactly.
I'm very happy for that.
All right, so it's also, first queer feminist feature film from Assam.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts when you saw the script for the first time?
Oh,
what
I
went
was
through your
like-
mind?
First thought, I'm not going to be selected for this role.
Okay, and why was that so? Why was that?
Because it was like so intense, and the film is like so artistic, so deep and dark. So I thought like, that's I think not my cup of tea. Because I myself, I'm very, very, very commercial.
All right.
But I get to know that I'm not
Okay, okay.
after doing the film. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So were you concerned at any point in time during when you made the movie? Were you concerned about the outcome, especially the audience's reaction?
Oh, I haven't thought of that at all. People of Assam or people of anywhere, they are kind of accepting it gradually and all. So I've never thought that it will go to that far.
Okay.
But I've definitely thought that yes, I will get some positive response or negative.
Or negative.
Which I get.
So you were concentrating on just doing the movie and getting into the character, am I
Yep,
right?
that's
right.
all.
So now let's get into your character. Tell us a little bit about your character in the movie.
So my character, it's a transgender boy, all right, who belongs from a village, very remote area, who don't know nothing about himself or herself.
Okay.
All right. So he was really confused, yet he want to live free, but he can't because of the village and all those stuff, because people don't understand him. People
Yeah.
mock at him.
Yeah.
Right. So he was really introvert. He just used to get lost in his own world, create his own world, get
And
lost
this is in
on
a
it.
small village in Assam you're talking
Yes,
about. Okay.
it's in Nalbari.
Okay.
So, and after that, how he or she struggle her life to be who she is.
Okay.
So that's about it. So the character is about transgender woman.
Okay.
So she become transgender after that, and how we have to struggle, or how transgender people have to struggle after coming up
Yeah.
to the society. Like, yes, this is who I am, but the normal or society people will say, whatever, we are
Why?
not going to
Yeah,
accept it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's really sad, and that's really bad to hear. And also the Janabi is more stronger than Janu.
More stronger than?
Janu.
Okay.
Janu was the before she trans.
Okay. Okay. Before that. Yeah.
Because Janu was really shy, introvert, but Janabi, she have seen the world,
All right.
like how people are, so she don't care, but yet still she have this thing inside of her that there are people who won't accept me, so
Yeah.
I have to be strong no matter what. This is who I am.
Exactly.
So that's what.
So, to me, acting is all about breathing that character. So how much of the prep work, if you will, goes into making the character so that, you do justice to it? How much of the prep work was there?
All right. Before shooting,
Yeah.
it was, I think, 15 days left for the shooting, and then the
You had
director
15 days to prepare yourself.
Yeah, then the director selected me for
Okay.
3 days
Okay.
audition.
Okay.
Audition for 3 days, and after that, let's prepare. You're selected. I'll
So
be like,
nothing,
oh my
there
God.
was nothing standing in front of the mirror or going through your lines on and on. There was nothing like that. So it just
Nothing
came
like that.
naturally to you.
Just reading out the script, say it out
So
loud.
were you into acting before?
Yep.
You did.
From 2014, I am actually
Okay.
a theater artist.
Okay. You're a theatre artist based out of Assam
Guwahati.
itself? Okay.
Not Guwahati, actually my hometown, but we are more related to Guwahati, and
Okay.
hometown is in
Okay.
Goreshwar.
Let me just drift the topic a little bit. We're in a world where everyone is just willing to tear things down, especially when it doesn't, comply with what's called normal.
Yeah.
So how difficult it is for a gay man like yourself to maneuver society's glare, more so in a small town?
Oh, personally me?
Yes.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't even care about that because that's me.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
But let's say, let's
And
talk on behalf of, the LGBTQ community.
the
and
LGBT
things.
community. Yeah, that's very hard. Very hard. If you're gonna go to some places, hey, behave like a man. If your
Yeah.
friend says, your family, just be normal in front of the family or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's calling a normal guy, a normal gay guy, be normal.
A normal gay
think,
guy,
yeah.
be normal. Okay.
So gay guys are like this. We
Yeah.
are like this.
Yeah.
Maybe masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. We are what we are, right? So if people are gonna, tell you that, hey, be normal. Am I not normal enough?
But do you get that a lot? For example, you don't just stay within the four walls. You step out. You go meet friends. You go to a public place and have a drink. Or so do you get that a lot?
I actually do, but not a lot.
Okay.
I think that's because I don't, I block my ears. So that's the reason, I guess.
So, walk us through a little bit of your childhood, then, a little bit of your childhood days, and then from schooling, and then to where you land up getting into theatre. What's the dream?
All right, so I was a really, really, really shy kid.
Okay.
I used to hide behind the couches, and I hide behind the trees. If the family members
Yeah.
showed up in my house, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna meet them, and I'm so shy because I was not really confident about myself, because from the very beginning that I think from, it was not in childhood, but I can say from 15.
Okay.
No, not 15. From 12 years, I think I knew about myself, that who I am.
So you discovered it pretty early.
Yeah,
I should
very
say.
much.
Yeah. So
Like-
there's nothing like it's acquired or
No.
you were born with it. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I actually don't call out people because I don't want to hurt myself,
Yeah.
because if I'm calling you, if you're not going to reply me back because I'm gay, so that will be my insult.
I agree,
So
I
it's
agree.
better I
True.
will not call you.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So I was really shy, but I was like, and 2014 when I joined the workshop and all, I was like, done. I'm done here. I'm just gonna go out, show who I am.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna explore everything. So now that's me. So yeah.
So
and
wha-
also
In college, then what happened in college? Obviously, what happened in college? Then?
college was
You
like,
you were way more comfortable in your skin, and you were just doing your thing.
all right. So I had this thing. I have to be neat and polish
Okay.
every single day. So I was in a government school,
Okay.
a government college, a government high secondary. So people were like, you know that, right? We are in government. We are not in private. Why are you
Okay.
wearing shoes? Why you're tucking your shirt in? I'm like, that's too feminine for them. I mean, like,
Okay.
pampering yourself, it's not feminine, right? So like, why are you wearing that? And why are you doing this and all? And one day, a teacher called me out as, hijra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you teach children, you teach people, but how can you just call me out
Oh,
without
wow.
knowing anything, without getting an information about me? How can you just call me that? Now that's really, really, really bad, because if teachers are like you,
Yeah.
they shouldn't be.
Break down for us. A lot of people don't understand the difference between a gay man and a transgender. Can you break that down for us briefly?
All right, so LGBTQ stand for lesbian, gay, bisexual,
Yeah.
transgender. So gay people are attracted to the same gender. It
Okay.
means male. Basically lesbian and gay, we all call, like, both we call it gay.
We call them
But,
gay.
yeah.
Okay.
But gay people are like a man loving a man or attracted to a man, and lesbians are attracted to the woman, and transgender is something which is really confusing to people,
Okay.
because you were a boy last year. How did you become a girl? So that's a question arises every single time, but transgender women are women. Transgender men are men. They are not transgender women or transgender men. They're transferring their self to a woman, so they are women.
All right.
They are transferring themselves to a man, so they are men. So there is nothing, as I said, I don't believe in labels.
Coming back to the movie, so what's next for Benjamin? What's next?
Oh, what's next for Benjamin? Something
Yeah.
is coming up. I think something is cooking, not prepped yet.
Okay.
It's prepped, but
It's
no.
in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Okay, so you won't tell us any more
Oh.
about it?
I have a web series coming out.
Okay.
In Prague Play. It's an Assamese.
Okay.
Basically, it's OTT.
Okay.
And also I have done a documentary film with London Film Production.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's about belongings.
Okay.
It's about everything. Not even it's about you being an Bangladeshi in
Okay.
Assam, you being an Muslim in India. So it's about all that. There are lots of people, and me also representing our community.
Brilliant.
And
If there's an advice that you would like to give to other younger gay boys out there trying to achieve something in life but find it very difficult because of the world that society has created, what advice would you have for them?
my advice will be, if you're going to hide yourself, it will be a lot tough for you.
Yeah.
If you're going to be on your 30s or mid 30s, honey, that is tough. That
Okay.
will be tough. So try to embrace yourself. Try to feel free about yourself. If you're gay, if you're transgender, if you're lesbian, come out. That's all. Because this is more beautiful, Being who you are, it's way beautiful than hiding yourself behind something. So that's all. Look at me. I'm not hiding anything.
So my last question to you, as an actor, you've been through all of this, you've done theatre, you've got that experience in your repertoire. What tips would you like to give to budding actors?
actor. So I believe myself I'm not a good actor. I am not, because I want to be better.
Okay.
So I am still learning, still, teaching myself how to, express your feeling by acting,
Okay.
which is really tough, because if you're not going to feel that,
Yeah.
if you're playing a character, just feel it. Just believe that that's you, because Janu or Janobi, I actually don't relate to those characters
You
at
don't.
all.
In real life, you
in
don't.
real life,
Yeah.
because I am way more, out. Way, I'm not an introvert at all.
But isn't that the beauty of acting? You get to be
Yes,
someone else.
that is.
And,
You got to live someone else, life, or you got to know the feelings of them.
So what I take away is you be yourself, enjoy what you do. Why would you care too much about what the world has to say? At the end of the day, you are who you are, living on
End
your
of
own
the day,
terms.
yeah, you are who you are, and you will not regret being who you are, right?
Benjamin,
At
thank
all.
you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck for everything
Thank
that you're going to
you,
do
thank
and
you.
for your time spending here with us.
Thank you for calling me,
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we reckon that's how you break stereotype. Let's take another break here before I introduce you to yet another genius who's making waves in the fashion industry. Stay right there. An editorial and runway favorite, the Assamese boy Siddharth Gogoi is truly pushing boundaries as a new age male model. Well, what's up, Siddharth?
Hello, hi Aaron. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me.
So, Siddharth, you are one of those few mainstream male models shaking up the stereotypes and perceived ideas of what male masculinity in the Indian fashion industry, as many editorials suggest. Now, what is your idea of male masculinity, and do you feel it being stereotyped?
I think over the years, the industry has changed drastically. I mean, now it's a more inclusivity, and then there's more gender inclusivity, and then there's no such thing as male masculinity to be in one direction. But yeah, of course, it's a acceptance of multiple skin colors, multiple ethnicity, multiple people of different backgrounds. So it's an inclusivity of everyone in the past few years. It has actually changed, and which is good, gives a lot of opportunities to everyone who wants to be somewhere like in the creative field or in something like this one. Yeah.
And as a face representing Northeast India to the world, what is that one thing that you feel needs to be upheld to avoid arbitrary interpretations?
For me, it never worked it that way, but it's always a casting thing. I mean, like you should know how and when to fit in which profile would you fit in. So I don't think if I am just trying beyond where I'm not fitting in, then I think then you will be disappointed. But most of the times it depends. It depends on what the need for the face or what is the brand campaign direction is. So you'll have to understand it yourself. It's not about somebody being feeling rejected or something. It's never like that. See, personally, I feel you should be true to yourself. You should be who you are. You should just be present about your ethnicity, or you never know where you might fit in. You never know when a brand might sign you for a campaign which includes a certain demographic needs in your campaign. That's it.
And let's talk about your first break.
It takes me way back to 2011 when I was working at 11. It was 10 years back. So I was working at this company, and then we had a lot of designers and stylists who were members of the company. So it was like a gym, and it was a luxury gym. So yeah, there I met few good people from the industry, and which included Atsu Sekhose from Nagaland. He was casting for Will's Fashion Week. So I got an opportunity. That was my first break to walk in the Will's Fashion Week. And I think that I never looked back. So I knew I can do this. And then if I'm fitting in here, I should not give up hope about pursuing this as a career.
So are you more of a commercial model, a runway model, or?
So I would call myself not a very commercial model, mainly editorial, I would say. But sometimes now campaigns have designed in a way that they look editorially very sharp. So wherever I fit in to any brand's imagery, so I just get a campaign. So it's like that.
And explain to us the difference between a commercial model and an editorial model.
Commercially, it's more for commercial use. Let's say TVCs, television commercials, which the ads we see on the television, the ads we see on YouTube, the ads we see anywhere. Most of the times it's more like a beauty brand, or maybe it could be a deodorant, maybe it could be a commercial brand like the ones which are in the market. So it's termed as commercial projects, which are used commercially, very in mass. Editorials are like, they fit into some designer campaigns. They could be magazines, the magazines covering a few editorials, like a set of pictures which are released on print or even digitally now. They are called editorials. So now the trend has kind of developed into editorial and commercial. It's a mix. So sometimes the editorials are used in a commercial way. So there's no typical commercial trend right now, but it's a mix. Could be commercial separately, and then it could be a editorially, commercially shot together. So it's like that has a story, they narrate a story. So it's more, you like to do it more often. And commercials pay you money.
So Siddharth, with digital being the new norm, how do you envision models in general making a good career out of the profession?
The times were not very great during the lockdowns and then during the pandemic, but now the brands have started going online. So you see a lot of digital presence of the brands, name it anything, be it for headphones or be it for garments or anything you say, you get it online. So more platforms have been created online, and then that way there are more job opportunities for project opportunities for models as well, and even for creatives. So it's like a frequent online thing happening, which is maybe on a monthly basis, maybe on a quarterly basis, you get good projects.
And what do you think is not right with the fashion industry in India? And how do you see those issues being addressed?
Well, I would not say there's anything right, right or wrong, but yeah, we just develop with time. It's always a learning lesson for everybody. So I would not complain about anything, but I think it's a learning lesson over time. Things change, and that's how we evolve.
You've been away from Assam for years now. What do you miss most about this place every time you're away?
I miss exploring Northeast. I miss going on short trips around the localities. So I'm basically from Golaghat. Golaghat is, I think, it's 300 kilometers from Guwahati. So our vicinity is hills nearby. We have rivers nearby. So I miss all those things.
And also some pictures on Instagram to suggest that you are a bike enthusiast. Am I correct?
Yeah. So that's like a hobby which I take short trips on. And I think it's a good escape and I would call it a therapy. I would call it a therapy to just rewind yourself together and put yourself together what you are directing towards.
All right, so that's my last question to you. Some do's and don'ts for aspiring models. Let's hear it.
Some do's. Be patient, because it's kind of a luck by chance game here. So be patient. We have to be patient. We have started, for me personally, I started from the times where we used to carry portfolios and prints to production houses, to meeting people. But now things have changed because of Instagram and digital media. So I think it's a very good platform for somebody who's living in Assam and then getting an opportunity to crack a project in Bombay or anywhere abroad. You never know, what comes to you. So you just need to keep working on yourself, do something on the side, build up a parallel career, so that, because this is something which we all need to develop, because there's no consistent work coming in for professions like this. So any kind of activities which actually parallelly goes along with this kind of a career, creative industry, we need to just develop it and take it forward over time. That's it. Don't be impatient. That's it, I would say. And keep working on yourself. Don't give up easily. We need to constantly work on ourselves, where we fit in, where we do not fit in. We need to study a lot. We need to know what the brand wants, what the photographer wants, what the director wants. So we all need to be aligned parallelly, because it's a career, it's a job, it's something which is not like you're just standing in front of the camera and then you're getting good pictures. It takes a lot of effort as a model as well. So I feel the body language, you need to keep on working on the body language, and yeah, that's it. Expressions, that includes more. And don'ts, I would say, don't give up easily. You just need to be patient enough.
Well, Siddharth, what a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you and take care.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you for calling me in this, short time I could manage, something.
Well, my conversation with all my guests on this episode brings to fore a realization that you are who you are on your own terms. Now, the only validation that you need is you. The rest shall follow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron Lingdo. This is Showtime. Until next week, be you.